Hey guys, CryptoDad here again. Thanks for joining me on the Saturday night live stream, live from Michigan, where you can throw out questions and I'll do my best to get them answered. We'll talk about Bitcoin, we'll talk about the news. I'm going to move some crypto around for you guys tonight. I've got a little agenda at the top of the description, which will keep me on the right track. And I will try to do my best to answer your questions and keep you entertained. So let's jump in. All right, so welcome everybody. I'm here with the rig and my setup. Looks like, let's see, is there sound? Okay. I always hate that when the sound is like not on, right? It's a real bummer. All right, so I have sound. That's good. It's, well, you know, the big story, if you want to call it a story, is the China FUD again. Fear, uncertainty, and doubt that China has made cryptocurrency illegal. We're going to talk about that. We got to talk about that. That's the big story. So, so let's jump in and start talking about the news a little bit. I got my camera over here replaced. I had another camera. It was weird. I had ran out and bought a new camera and thought it was going to be better than my Logitech Brio. And I didn't really like it as much as my Logitech Brio. And so I bought another Logitech Brio. And then I put that on top of my front monitor. And then I put the old Brio on my secondary monitor. Because I was having issues with it color-wise. It kept like giving me weird colors. So anyway, I ended up starting to use the secondary monitor more because that way I'm looking at you guys as I'm reading your comments. And that secondary Brio seemed to be okay, but last week it was just bugging me so much. So so we're back. And so I had this Razor, which was just sitting around. I had to go looking for it, and I put it up there. So seems okay so far. At least no flashing. Okay, so let's pop out chat. And I'll move it over to this. Let's try that one more time. Have you ever done this before? I think so. All right, so, okay. So I think I noted at the top, there were a couple of questions, some email questions that came through this week that are pretty good topics for conversations. Mobile Android was here early. Good to have you. Good to have you here early. Do I remember a few weeks ago when I went to purchase some Wall Street bets? It's been a couple of months. So, unfortunately, I don't remember the date of that. As far as I know, they haven't made me any huge amounts of money, but I did buy them on that show, and stored them in my, Binance Smart Chain wallet. We can look at them in a minute, but I don't remember the episode. But I'm pretty sure what I did was fund my Binance Smart Chain wallet with BNB probably or something, and then just did a trade on PancakeSwap. So Barbara's here. She wants to know about Osmosis, the airdrop from Adam. It was actually Dan that told me about that airdrop. And an airdrop is where they basically give you free tokens, which is great. But there's some hoops you had to jump through or some criterion. And the criterion on this one was you had to have Atom in a wallet on February 18th. And I had the same issue Barbara had. I was like, I know I had some Atom, but I don't remember where or when or how. And I finally figured it out, which wallet it was. And as it turns out, I did not have the Atom on the 18th of February this year. I had sold it last year, so I wasn't eligible for the airdrop. I had gotten out of my Atom position. But it took me a while to figure out what wallet they were in and where they had been. But I did, eventually. I think I used COINTRACKER to help me with that. Okay, and JDO is here. That's great for the beginning. Yay. Dan is here with everyone. Welcome, Dan. Dan and I were chatting a little bit this morning about other stuff. But let's see here. So I think Dan's going to help Barbara. Barbara is a repeat viewer. I always like to have Barbara here. Polkadot Bridge yet? No, I haven't. Okay. Okay, so the questions are coming fast and furious. Let's get through the news real quick, and then we'll move on to this other stuff. Let's see. Boobity-boo. Let me just look at the order that I had these news stories in. Okay, Bloomberg spreads fake. Oh yeah, I wanted to read that one. Okay, here it is. Yeah, this is a cool story. I read a lot of different news sources, and I like. There's a website called Zero Hedge, and it's a financial website, but the comment section is pretty wide open. There aren't a lot of good comment sections left. I think that, I've gone to read comments on certain things, Twitter being one of them, Fox, CNN. I am almost certain that their moderators like cull comments that are contrary to their narrative. I'm like 100% certain that is going on, and a lot of news sites don't even have comments allowed. Right? They've turned them off. Reuters have turned off their comment section. They don't like criticism, right? They don't like. So, but anyway, Zero Hedge has good comments, and I found this story linked in those comments. And it's a different take on this whole Chinese thing. If you're not aware, maybe we should talk about this. I don't actually have the actual story itself, but it broke early Friday, and it broke on Bloomberg that China had suddenly announced that declared all cryptos illegal. And of course, the market was diving. I woke up and I looked at my, I have to admit, when I wake up in the morning, sometimes I have the discipline to not look at my phone for a half an hour while I get coffee and meditate and whatever. But a lot of times, as soon as I, roll over and pick up my phone, I look to see what the price of Bitcoin is in my portfolio. And everything was down. And I was like, wow, man, I kind of expected things to, at least stay stable or go up. We were waiting. And turns out it was this story that broke, and like, they were all coming from, the usual suspects, the mainstream news. But anyway, this great story here. Bloomberg spreads fake news on Bitcoin to deflect attention from China. So the take here on this story is that this news basically was unconfirmed, that China had just printed a 100 billion yuan, if I'm pronouncing their currency correctly, to help them bail out Everguard, something like that. That was the big story last week, was Everguard, Chinese developer that's going bust, whatever they call it, bankruptcy, right? Can't pay their creditors, right? Anyway, it's in China, and there's a lot of FUD over that early in the week. So anyway, Bloomberg reported that the Chinese central bank says all cryptocurrency-related transactions are illegal without referencing the source, right? So it was more of a Bloomberg story than it was a China story, right? This has nothing to do with reality. This is the article take, right? Everybody that writes has their own take and their own slant, right? China's central bank only restated what it had already said in 2017. Now, there's a lot of truth to that. They were basically just reiterating what that's their policy. The only thing that was a little bit different was now they were threatening to prosecute people that worked with offshore cryptocurrency exchanges. And I think there are a lot of people in China that do that. So there was a newness to some of the announcement, but the core of the announcement was that cryptocurrencies are illegal. They've been illegal for a long time. Dealing in crypto, trading crypto, that's all been illegal in China since 2017. So it's basically just another FUD story. Okay, the published article went as follows, blah, blah, blah. And even Bloomberg admitted that the announcement came out on the 15th, but it really wasn't translated into English until recently, blah, 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 blah. But this article is saying that they were covering up this whole Chinese are printing a bunch of money story, right? To sort of take the focus off of that onto the crypto world, right? And the funny thing about this is that Bloomberg is the one that came out with this FUD story, right? That they managed to pull out of thin air. God, I got to show that one. And they were all pearl clutching a couple weeks back. This Bloomberg was all pearl clutching when remember when the Global Wire released this untrue news story about Walmart and Litecoin? Bloomberg was all up in arms. Oh, how dare they, shoot out, untruthful stories. And well, here's Bloomberg doing basically the same thing, right? To affect the market, to FUD the market, So, that this Chinese thing has a lot of traction, and it's in the mainstream. I mean, they're still reporting it as if it just happened. I mean, I'm still looking at my news feed seeing China announces. I mean, like, yeah, that was yesterday morning. I read the news a lot, and I really get it just boggles my mind how I'm figuring, okay, the news comes out and the stories come out, and then some freelance writer, it takes him 24 hours to get it all down and get it submitted to his guys or whatever. I'm like, dude, it's 24 hours ago, get on the, try to stay current if you can. So anyway, okay, and then we'll move to this story here. Crypto has recovered from China's FUD over a dozen times in the last 12 years. I think there was a cool Reddit post. I don't know if I can find it right now, but I'll see if I can real quick for you guys. It's in the... wrong. What am I doing this? Why is this... No, it should... Well, okay. I should be logged into this. Okay, here it is. Am I on that page? Is this the Bitcoin? This Bitcoin? Our Bitcoin? See if I can find it. I'm probably not going to be able to find it. Oh, yeah, here it is, right here. Let me just... China bans Bitcoin, which was banned already, but needed to be banned again because the last ban didn't ban it enough, so we must ban again, right? I mean, how many times have we heard that China's banning Bitcoin? It's just like getting old. It's to the point of being comical. Since 2009, China and Hong Kong have banned and otherwise caused FUD in the crypto space on 19 separate occasions and counting. For those of you who are new to the crypto world, this happens a lot, right? This may be new to you. They're like, oh my God, they banned miners and now crypto's illegal. What am I going to do? I'm going to sell all my Bitcoin. I'm like, no. Just, just take a deep breath, right? It's happened before. So you might want to check this article. I got it linked down below in the description. And then this is a pretty good coverage of the whole event and its aftermath. China's supposed Bitcoin ban fails to crash market as Twitter adds crypto payments in historic first. So you could, if you wanted to get real conspiratorial, say this whole Twitter thing would have really shot the market up if it hadn't been for this FUD story. So you could say, if you were prone to conspiracies, that this FUD story is out there to cover up the whole Twitter announcement, which is very, very bullish for Bitcoin, right? So if you want a kind of a more balanced approach to this story, you might want to read this article from Forbes. It's a good source, right? And then also, the news. Twitter launches crypto tipping for all users. I played around with it. I couldn't get it enabled in my Twitter account. I didn't see the option. They said it was there, but it's not. So, but yeah, Twitter is making, and they're using the Lightning Network. So, and they're not even taking a cut. So Twitter users can tip other Twitter users in Bitcoin, maybe other cryptos, but I know Bitcoin for sure. Yeah, I think Jack Dorsey's pretty much a Bitcoin maximalist, right? He's pretty much talks mostly about Bitcoin. I'm sure he may own some other coins. I don't know, but yeah. So Bitcoin is you can now tip people on Twitter using Bitcoin. Cool stuff, right? All right, I won't talk to the news about the news too much. I have this other story here about the SEC. You know, the SEC that regulates um, cryptocurrency exchanges, applying stock market rules. I forget the name of that rule, whatever it is. It was on the tip of my tongue. But the SEC kind of bumped heads with Coinbase a week or so back, and Coinbase complained a little bit. And they were interviewing the CEO, chief lawyer, pardon me, Kraken's chief lawyer, Marco Santori. And he was like, and I even said that too. It was like, it's really not the best way to like deal with a regulator by criticizing them, right? So he pretty much said the same thing. He's like, it's not the right stance to take if you're trying to get, if you want to work with the SEC, don't like publicly criticize their decisions, even if they are dumb, right? So, apparently, I guess the point of the article is that the SEC is open to discussion, right? I think, most regulatory agencies are open to discussion, right? They're not there just to bring the hammer down. There's compromises that can be made depending on the situation. So I just wanted to point that article out. We talked a little bit about that. I linked it in the description down below. If you have never noticed that you can maximize the description below a YouTube video, if you scroll down a little bit, there's a show more, and you can click on that and look at the whole description. And so we've got my little agenda here. We've got the Crypto.com referral link. If you're interested in opening a Crypto.com account, I would appreciate you using my link. Cryptocurrency Ledger Nano X or S. Great hardware wallet. I'll be using it tonight. I always try to find if I can figure out a way to get my crypto stored on my ledger, and that's really not an accurate statement, but if I can use my Ledger Nano device to store the private key of a cryptocurrency wallet, I will do so. So that's usually where I'm heading there. If I see a crypto that I own, and we're gonna do a couple tonight. I bought them on exchanges. I've got to figure out how to store them somehow in a wallet. I try to figure if there's a ledger option. So we'll talk about that a little tonight. Trezor also can be used for this as well. Storing your private keys of your own wallet on a hardware device is one of the most secure ways to store your cryptocurrency. Self-custody. Hodler clothing line. Ledger starter pack for those of you just getting started on a budget. Just buy an S. And there's a little crypto guide in there as well. CoinTracker for cryptocurrency tax calculations. As I mentioned, I can even use it to sort of track down stuff. Like I was trying to figure out where I had bought Cosmos and when I had it. And I think I looked it up in my Crypto.com, my CoinTracker account. I found that I had Atom and it had the address, and it kind of jogged my memory as to where I had stored it. And I found it, right? NordVPN for virtual private networks. Coinbase, Kraken, Binance US for studying your cryptocurrency. I gotta say this, guys. I was looking at my comments in my YouTube channel, and somebody made a comment, and I'm not knocking the guy, but he said something like, "Don't you find it strange that this dude has a affiliate link for Binance US? I mean, surely I could open a Binance US on my own without his affiliate link, right?" And so I replied, well, yeah, you can open a Binance US cryptocurrency exchange account without using my affiliate link. I said, but using my affiliate link supports me and supports the channel. And I find it strange that you think it's strange that I have affiliate links in my YouTube description. I mean, it's like, okay, why do you think it's strange that a YouTuber has affiliate links, right? Anyway, somebody liked that and commented on that. They were like, yeah, you nailed it. So it's always fun, comments. I used to get all bent out of shape over comments, all butthurt when someone would criticize me. People can be pretty cruel on YouTube, and I used to really get all bent out of shape when people would criticize me on YouTube. And then I found out that not everybody means to be mean, because you can't see their faces and their tone about what they say. So sometimes I would reply to them without being mean back and try to, just like deal with their comment. And then they would reply back, and it turned out they really weren't trying to be mean at all. They were just trying to get a point across or get a question answered or whatever. So I learned to get a thick skin and not really get all upset when people leave hurtful comments, right? How you going to run a YouTube channel if you're like all sensitive? All right, we're done with the news, right? Okay, so let's check it out. How's everybody doing tonight? Dan is here helping people. And let's see. I'm just going to go to the top here real quick. And welcome, everybody. It's great that there's quite a few people here. I think Dan is going to help Barbara with the Osmo. I believe I have that. Well, I think you just here. Okay, you got to connect with this Kepler. That password is correct. I don't believe I ever type in wrong passwords. I've been doing passwords for years now. What I do is I'll hit the key next to the letter I'm trying to hit by accident, and that's why I fail my password. But I use a password manager for most things. So if we go to this osmosis and connect using our Kepler wallet, which, as you can see, I have connected to my Ledger Live. I don't have any Atom in here, and I did not have any Atom on the right date, right? So if you go to airdrop over here, it says hold Atom on February 18th. I did not have any Atom on this date, but I'm thinking of doing a little bit of this stuff. I'll probably work a little bit with Dan on this. I saw Dan working in this platform, and he's doing pretty well. Show the barn airdrop screen. The barn airdrop screen. The barn airdrop screen. I'm not sure where, am I down? Do I go down further? Stake, vote, stats? Or, okay. I'm not sure where the barn is. Oh, did he say darn? Was it darn? I'm sorry, Dan. So anyway, this is a typical type of barb. Oh, show barb. I think he said he showed barb already. Okay. Yeah, you're on it. Okay, good. Okay, that's what I thought. So the wallet, now as far as I think I'm linking to the wallet that I had some Atom in at one point, that Ledger, I believe, yeah, it was a Ledger-based wallet. All right, so if we look at Kepler over here, I've got it connected to my Ledger device, and you can do that, let's see, maybe here. Right, yes. If you say add account, you can import your Ledger, right? And that would be, I believe, you would have to have the Cosmos app open for that. and that would link to this Atom. Atom is on the Cosmos Atom, right? Cosmos is the name of the coin. So you install the Cosmos app on your device, and then you can link it to this wallet. It's pretty cool. Let's see now. I just wanted to check for questions real quick. Have you experienced previous bear market? When is the next one? I've been around in crypto and doing this channel since 2017. So I'm the crypto winter veteran, right? It was like the Valley Forge of crypto was the winter of 2018. 2017 was the all-time high. Early 2018 was, it carried over a little, and then the whole market crashed pretty bad in the year of 2018. I think Bitcoin got down to around $3,000 in like November, somewhere towards the end of the year. So yeah, I've been through that. I've been through the 2020 crash. We all remember that. Now, if you recall, though, and I was talking earlier to myself about, I was going to mention Bitcoin to somebody, and if they had said, well, what's Bitcoin trading at right now? I'd say, it's trading at 42. And then they'd say, but I heard it was like 64,000 earlier this year. And I would say, yeah. But I spent almost 3 years listening to people tell me, or listening to or reading articles about these people. They would say they would always bash Bitcoin, and one of the main bashes of Bitcoin was that Bitcoin hit a high of 20,000 in 2017, and now it's trading at X, whatever it was at, right? It was always below 2,000, that 20,000 mark. And I kept wishing for 2-3 years, if Bitcoin could just break that all-time high of 20,000 again, then they wouldn't be able to use that argument anymore. They still do, though. They still use the 64 argument now. Oh, it used to was 64. No, it's not. It's worthless. Like, wait a minute here. You were telling me for 3 years that Bitcoin was way below its $20,000 all-time high, and that was why it sucked so bad. And now that it's like double that, you're still trying to tell me that Bitcoin sucks? Because it's not at its all-time high of 64,000, which it hit for like a week and then pulled back? Come on, right? So yeah, I've been around a lot of bear markets, right? I'm a long-term hodler. Okay, please, how can I transfer Solana from Uphold to Coinbase? All right, Uphold is, I don't know about Uphold. We tried Uphold last week. I wasn't happy with it. I'm not a big fan of Uphold. It seems impossible to transfer crypto out of their new user interface, right? I don't have any Solana in Uphold. So, no, let's go over here. Let's do it over here. Right? I didn't know you could buy Solana in Uphold. That's new. Okay, let's get logged in here. Oh, by the way, Dan told me the other day if Bitcoin can hold 43 over the weekend, then we might be in good shape, right? And set a new all-time high pretty soon. Or was it 44? I don't remember. I thought you said 43. And even after the China FUD, it has bounced back. And right now, it's, as far as I can see on crypto.com, it's over 43. If that was your mark, I thought you said 43, but you may have said 44. Let me get this code in here real quick. Come on, where are you? Okay, there it is. Okay. All right. So if you're trying to deposit Solana in Coinbase Pro, then you'll need to go. Come on, Rex. You'll need to go to Coinbase Pro and get yourself logged in and get your Solana address, right? You start with the destination. If I'm going to mail a letter, what's the first thing I need? I need the address, right? Who am I going to make the check? Somebody goes, I need a check. You can send me it. I'll write you a check, right? What's my first, can I pay by check? Their first question. My first question. What's your address, man? How can I send you a check if I don't have your address? Right? So that's your first crypto question. How are you going to send crypto anywhere unless you have an address? So we go over to deposit in Coinbase Pro, or was it just Coinbase? I don't know. Coinbase Pro, same difference. Same difference. I love that. Okay, Solana, right? So we need to get an address for Solana. So there's my Solana address for my Coinbase Pro account, my Coinbase account, right? Pretty much the same thing as Coinbase. Coinbase would be almost identical, right? Ugh, come on. You're going to make me do this again? Oh, that's right. It wasn't Coinbase the first time. It was Uphold. Yeah, I mean, the question is, how can I transfer Solana from Uphold to Coinbase? I think it was Coinbase Pro, either one. All right, so we would go to, what the hell? Where'd Portfolio go? What, they rearranged Coinbase on me already? Pfft, these guys. What's Pay? Never seen Pay. So they used to have Portfolio over here where you could see your assets, right? Or at least choose the asset that you wanted to. Okay, so let's go to receive, and then we'll choose Solana, right? We can search for it. All right, pretty much the same thing. All right, there's the address. Is it the same one as Coinbase? No, it's different. So it's slightly different, but it's the same thing, right? We want to drop Solana in here, but we have to figure out over here in this crazy wallet, if you have Solana, anything to anything. Is that what it says? Okay, anything to anything. All right, so do they even have Solana? Oof. Okay. Can I search for it? Okay, well, they don't seem to have Solana. I thought the question was, so I'm assuming that you have some Solana on Uphold, right? So I don't seem to see it here. I don't know what this is. It's not Solana. Yeah, screw you. I don't care. Yeah, so I don't see Solana in here anywhere. So I don't know how you managed to get a hold of Solana in the first place on Uphold. Right. But I've got a lot of people that say, oh, I bought something on Uphold and I can't send it. And I suspect that there are certain assets, not so, doggone it. All right. What's up with this? I heard people say that they had ADA on this and they can't send it. So I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry, but I can't answer that question. I am not a big fan of this interface. Okay, let's try it over here. Okay. So I can buy it, right? But I don't seem to be able to send it from anywhere, right? So what you would have to do is trade your Solana for a token that you can withdraw, whether it's Bitcoin or Ethereum or US dollar coin or whatever. Swap it for the coin that you can withdraw and deposit that coin over in Coinbase and then immediately use that to buy Sol, right? You're going to lose, some transaction fees or whatever, but sometimes that's the only way to get a coin moved from one spot to another is like you sell it. Like, for example, I tried the same thing. I tried to move ADA pegged, Binance pegged ADA into my ADA wallet, and their Binance bridge was disabled for ADA at that time. So what I did was I sold my ADA for Binance coin, and then I withdrew the Binance coin over to Binance US, and then I used that Binance coin to buy ADA, and then I took that ADA and put it in my wallet or whatever I did, something. So, and yeah, you end up losing a little bit on fees or whatever, but you know, if you do it fast enough, you're probably going to get about the same amount that you had when you started, minus whatever fees you had. So, from what I understand, that's one of the issues with Uphold, is that there are certain assets that you can buy on there, but you can't withdraw them. You can trade them, but you can't withdraw them. I am new to your web chat, first time, and I have a question. I made a transfer of data from Binance to my Ledger. On Binance, the transaction is completed but never arrived on Ledger. What can I do? Okay, you're talking about Data Coin. Let me check this real quick. I don't believe I have I used to have Data Coin in here. I don't see it anymore. Let's go up here. I just want to see if it's hidden or anything crazy. No, it's not. Okay. So, and this is a fairly common issue that people might have. They'll get an ERC, and even if they're doing it right, sometimes it doesn't work on Ledger, right? So you buy a coin that you are certain is an ERC20 token, like Data, DATA, and then you transfer it into your Ledger-based wallet, and you never see it. It never shows up, right? Unfortunately, Ledger Live does not support every ERC20 token out there. All right, it won't show up in Ledger Live, but that does not mean that you did not get it in the wallet. Now, I don't know if this is the same with data or not, and I wish I could show you because I thought I had some data at one point, but I don't. It doesn't appear that I have it in this particular wallet. But and then you'll notice here that I've got some polls, POL, Polka Starter, and it doesn't show pricing information. That's another issue that you'll run into with Ledger Live. Ledger Live is not perfect. And to be honest with you, to be brutally frank with you, it's not a very good portfolio tracker, right? And I get it. I mean, a lot of people that are they buy crypto, they store it on their Ledger, and they're using Ledger Live, they expect Ledger Live to help them track their portfolio accurately. I get that. But it's really, and I hate to say this, it's an unrealistic expectation. Ledger Live is a very poor portfolio tracker. It does stuff like this. See how it says it's down 19%? You know why it says that? Because I moved some crypto somewhere else. Why would I care in my portfolio to see that kind of indicator? I know I moved some crypto out. I don't really care that I moved crypto out. What I want to see is like my total balance and my cost, whatever, what my profit is based on what the value of the cryptos were when I transferred them in here, right? I don't want to see like, oh, I just moved $1,000 worth of Bitcoin to an exchange yesterday, so now Ledger is telling me my portfolio's down by 1,000. It's dumb, right? I love Ledger, and you guys know I use it's a great effing wallet. And that's really its strength, is that it's a wallet. Now, even Ledger is trying to like be all things to all people. They're like, oh, we're going to, allow people to buy and sell and swap and do all kinds of cool stuff. I mean, if it were me, I'd say, just be a wallet. You're a wallet. Just be a wallet, right? Be a better wallet. Be a good wallet. And don't try to like be everything. So, okay, having said that, right? It's not the greatest portfolio tracker in the world. And one of its main weaknesses is this issue with ERC20 tokens. But there's more than one way to view a Ledger-based Ethereum wallet, right? I can take this device and I can go over to another website. I can go over to my Ether wallet. Now, this isn't really going to be any better of a portfolio tracker, but we will say access my wallet, right? I've got this wallet here connected to my computer. I'm going to go ahead and enter my PIN. All right. And let's get the camera set up over here. Something went wrong. Yeah, I haven't done anything yet. How could something be so wrong? How could it be so wrong when I haven't even turned it on yet? Let's turn on this camera. There we go. This guy. There we go. Okay, so we got this going. Let's see. Okay. All right, so here we go. Now I'm going to go over and get into the Ethereum app, right? Because I'm about to view, where is Ethereum for Pete's sake? Oh, there it is. Okay. So I want to get into my Ethereum wallet, right? I'll hit both buttons. All right. No, I don't want to send anything. All right, so we're on MEW. We're going to go to hardware wallets. We're going to go to Ledger. The derivation path. This, I don't know why they do it this way, but the derivation path has to be the Ledger Live derivation path. Why don't they make that the default one? It's been the go-to way that people have been creating wallets for a while. The old one should be the one you have to choose. Anyway, so you choose the Ledger Live derivation path, and then you choose Unlock Wallet, and then you give it a minute here. And let's see, which one are we after? 0.06. Yeah, let's do that one. Okay, so you can see that I can manage multiple Ethereum wallets in here, right? I'll say, okay, access my wallet. And now I'm looking at the same wallet. Oh, it's got pricing information now. Yay, Mu. Good deal, Mu. So where are my tokens? See, they've done all kinds of crazy stuff here. Oh, they're down here. Okay. So unfortunately, I don't see any data, right? I don't think I had data in this particular wallet. And I don't think I see any tokens that were not showing up before. But they used to have, and I don't even see that anymore, they used to have a way to add tokens that weren't showing up, right? But maybe they took that out and they just like show any tokens they see in the wallet. But I thought that they used to have that thing where you could like look for a particular token. Yeah, no, that's not it. Close this. Pooies. It's not what I was trying to do. What happened? It's on the wrong hardware device. All right, let's try this again. Oh, are you kidding me? Come on. All right, hardware wallets, Ledger. All right. Let's go back in. Let's look at this other one just for the hell of it. It's not showing up in Ledger Live, but it's definitely showing up in MEW. There it is. There's that data. See, I knew I had some data, right? So the data wasn't showing up, but wasn't even showing you this wallet in Ledger Live. But you can see that I can see this data token using MEW by connecting my device. So I guess what I'm trying to say, and we can even show that wallet too. If I go to Add Account and choose Ethereum, we can look at that same wallet in Ledger Live. Let's see if that data shows up. If the data shows up in Ledger Live, then maybe you did something wrong. I hate to say that, but it's possible. But let's see. If data is invisible in Ledger Live and we see it in MEW, you'll know what's going on, right? All right, okay. Yeah, this guy. What's this other one? Wow, I got another one over here. It's got some stuff in it. I was going to talk, I think I had it on the agenda. How do you look for crypto on your device? This is one way, right? Because someone sent me an email and they said, hey, so what if you don't remember what cryptos were on there after you do the restore? Like, say, for example, your spouse set up the device, and so you have no idea what cryptos were on there. What good is the restore in that case? I said, well, you can still do the restore, even if it's like on a new machine or whatever, and look for the crypto that's on the device, right? So let's look at this guy here. Okay, so Datacoin is showing up in my Ledger Live, but it's not showing pricing information. Maybe that's what you were saying. It's that the price wasn't showing up, right? That's a Ledger Live issue with one of their API, their pricing APIs. All right. So, but I just want you to get a feel for the fact that just because it's not showing up in Ledger Live doesn't mean it's not there, right? You can look at Ethereum wallets from multiple angles, right? Ledger Live is not always perfect. So let's see. Good afternoon to the new crypto world. I sent ADA to Trezor via Yori, did small amount, but I don't see the ADA inside Trezor Suite. I don't believe the Trezor Suite supports ADA, if I'm not mistaken. I believe you still have to use a third-party ADA wallet, even with a Trezor, if I'm not mistaken. I don't believe the Trezor Suite supports ADA. I could be wrong about that. Trezor Suite. I don't have a Trezor, any Trezor connected at the moment. Here, Trezor Suite. So just like Ledger Live, you see, and I can't even do this unless I actually connect my device, unfortunately. So I'll skip that right now. But yeah, I think that's my intuition is that the Trezor doesn't support, the Trezor Suite won't allow you to view ADA. It's just one of its limitations. Hi, Dad. Could you please tell me how I restart all over again and open an account on Celsius? I've clocked more than 36 hours trying to get the app onto my cell phone, but haven't been able to. That would be more of a Celsius issue. I don't know. You might try their website. I am an old guy, and I grew up on computers, so I'm more comfortable in front of a computer screen with a keyboard and a big, web page in front of me than trying to do stuff on my phone. And sometimes the phone apps don't have the tools you need. So my suggestion would be to try the Celsius website and try to do that. If it's like locked you out of your account, or you've been disabled you, that they've disabled you because of too many login attempts, that kind of thing, and you're trying to open a new account. I don't know that they even will let you. A lot of these sites are based on your identity. So even if you try to use a different email, they're not going to let you open a different account under the same name, because you're going to have to verify your identity and everything. And so if you try to open a secondary account with a different email and you give them the same ID, they'll say something. Most likely they'll say, you already have an account. China was just wearing off their clothes on citizens on crypto. Well, I think the narrative, the counter narrative, was that China is worried that people are going to start using crypto to get out of the real estate market or whatever. They're going to start selling property, or moving their holdings into crypto so they can move it offshore, right? Send it to their cousin in New Jersey. Because if I can buy Bitcoin with my yuan in China and then get it in a Bitcoin wallet, then I could send it anywhere, right? And there's a lot of talk about regulation and making cryptos illegal and all that kind of stuff. And I would like to point out that in order to shut down Bitcoin entirely, you would basically need to turn off the internet to a certain extent. And they're working on that, right? They're working on that in many ways and forms. They're figuring out ways to limit people's access to the internet and limit what they see and hear on the internet, right? But the point is that now most governments, they used to use television to control their population, right? That was the boob tube, right? That was the thing that they would hypnotize people with to keep everybody, patriotic and in line and, behind the, the narrative and whatever, right? Well, when the internet came along, they were like, oh, wait a minute, people have access to other information. We better start trying to figure out how to control the internet, right? So now they, Facebook, Twitter, CNN, Fox, they all like have web presence, social media, right? If somebody comes out and says something crazy like, who was it? I don't think it was Beyonce. It was somebody famous. She said, "Oh, my cousin's friend had a bad reaction to the vaccine," and immediately, she was like hammered just left and right by all these establishment social media people. So, but my point here, as far as Bitcoin is related to, is that most governments, including China, probably big China, are using the internet to control the narrative and control their people, right? By social media and whatever. They don't really want to shut the internet down, right? And that's kind of what they're going to have to do to destroy Bitcoin. So it's sort of like, I don't know what's the right analogy here, but they don't want to turn the internet off, right? Because they're using it. They're using it to stay in power and control people. So they don't want to shut the internet off, right? And that's kind of what you would have to do to completely destroy Bitcoin, because Bitcoin uses the internet, right? So a lot of people are like, oh, they can just tell banks not to process Bitcoin transaction. Yeah, they could do that, but people can use Bitcoin peer to peer, right? I'd gladly accept payment in Bitcoin, right? And you can just send it directly to me, and I could send it directly to you. I don't need a bank, right? So I just wanted to get that out there, right? Everybody's talking about, oh, China's going to turn off Bitcoin and Bitcoin's going to crash, and now people can't use Bitcoin. Nah. They've been telling people that Bitcoin's illegal since 2017, and it hasn't stopped them. Nigeria, right? Their currency is basically worthless. People use Bitcoin all the time, right? They can't stop them, unless they turn off the internet. And that's technically challenging for a government to turn off the internet. It's been done, but it doesn't work very long because now they don't have their mouthpiece anymore. Anyway, I'm getting off track. Oh, Minaj. Yeah, Nicki Minaj. That's it. Thank you. That's correct. Yeah, it was Nicki Minaj that said something off topic, right? And she got attacked. I don't trust Binance either. I can use them for on-ramping but I can buy BTC at an ATM machine without the need to do KYC or trust CZ. His face just doesn't give me confidence. That's funny. Yeah. What's up, CryptoDad? XRP to the moon, Mad Doggy TV. Good to have you here tonight. All right, so we're talking a little bit about Ethereum wallets in Ledger Live, not showing all of the tokens, right? I'm the gentleman that asked me about his data coin not arriving in his wallet. I hope that it's only been a half hour, right? And you just haven't seen it yet. I get a lot of those. I get a lot of people, they're like, I sent this coin and it hasn't arrived. And I want to go, when did you send it? half an hour ago. I'm like, well, sometimes you got to wait a while, you know. So hopefully that was your issue. Sometimes it takes a couple days, right? So don't, you know. But it should show up, the data, if it was data, the coin we're talking about, it should show up in Ledger Live without pricing information. And then you notice if we go over to this exact same wallet using my Ether wallet, I can see that they actually have the pricing information there, don't they? Yeah, they tell me it's worth $129. Booey, good for them. MEW has improved considerably, right? Echo, read notifications.
One new notification from Amazon Shopping for Rex. Gaming headset has arrived.
Christabel, your headphones are here. Can you ask Mommy to open the front door? My daughter. She uses her headphones all the time when she's on her computer. And so I bought her a pretty decent gaming set of headphones a couple years back, and now they're not charging right. I mean, she relies on those headphones. So like every night before she goes to bed, she plugs them in to charge because she uses them wirelessly. And so she's having trouble with them. And I said, I'll get you another set. And I just bought these. These are pretty friggin' cool. These are Corsair, really nice headphones. And I was like, I bought them in case I wanted to do an interview with somebody. And I was going to give those to her. And I said, don't give your daughter, used headphones. Buy her a box. Buy her a new one. So I ordered them this morning, and they're already here. I love it when Amazon delivers same day. There's like a warehouse not too far from my house. So anyway. Okay. All right, so let's see. Let's start with these Phantasma coin, right? I bought some Phantasma coin a while back. And when I bought them, I had no idea where to put them. So I just left them on the exchange. They've been on there for months. Kucoin, I like Kucoin. They have a lot of coins that I can't get other places, but their procedures are a little difficult to use. The interface is a little difficult to use at times. But that's okay. It's still a good platform. All right, so so I was on there the other day. I was doing a video on Oasis token, which we'll play with Oasis a little bit tonight too. I'm gonna try. But I had bought this Sol, and I was on there the other day. It's down right now, and I looked over at my portfolio and I was like, that seems high. Isn't that a weird reaction? I was looking at the portfolio because that Sol has been in there for a while, and I looked at it the other day and I was kind of like, that seems high. Like that's odd. Yeah. So, but let me just check what it is real quick here. I think it's down from where it was. Or maybe not. And I think I can't remember what it was the other day. Let's take a look at the chart real quick. Here. Yeah, let's take a look at this. Okay, so it says 70, but I think I need to refresh this. Yeah, it's down, right? It was like 70 earlier today. But anyway, I've had it there for a while, and I had even sold some of it at some point. I think I broke even. I mean, I think I got my original investment out of this bag, you want to call it a bag, and had just left it on here thinking, one of these days it might take off. And I think it was down there. The 3,000 sold. I'm pretty sure it was down to like $500, like after the April crash, or something. I don't know. It was a lot lower. So, and then I looked at it. And I was like, it's up like 56%. I don't know why. This was on Friday of all time. Anyway, when I bought it, there was no wallet for it, and then so I saw that okay, they do have a wallet now. So let's see what we can do with it, right? And as I mentioned, I'm always looking for a way to use my Ledger device. So let's download the wallet and see what happens. All right, so it's a... It is a standalone Windows installer. That's good, apparently. Oh, it's a zip file? Okay. Ooh, this might be more. Okay, this might be more than what we were hoping for. All right, let's put it over into my software folder. I guess, let's extract it into a folder of the same name. I'm assuming what's going to happen here is my antivirus is not going to like this. Not one bit. But I'm going to try it anyway. These are the same people that... Okay. All right. So here we go. Let's move everything else out of the way. I don't know. Can I make it bigger? Okay. How's that look? So I know that if I don't know that they even have an app for it either. So let's check that first. Let's go over to Manager. Ledger Manager. All right. And let's look here. It's going to ask me to allow Ledger Manager on my device, so I'll hit both buttons for that. All right. What I'm going to do is look for this token in the app. In the apps. Sol. No, I don't think so. What's it called? Fan something? No, I don't. Okay, so it doesn't look like... what was the name of the token again? Sol. Phantasma. All right, so it's not showing up in Ledger. Okay. Now, another thing that we could do, that was just kind of hit and miss. We could also go over to ledger.com. Whoops. And see if it's supported in Ledger, on the Ledger at all. All right, let's see. Phantasma, right? I'm not in the mood to spell tonight, so let's just paste that in there and see what happens. Okay, what happened? Did it work? What happened? Why don't I see anything here? Phantasma. All right, let's try Sol, right? Crypto. Apparently it's not. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, so we got this wallet. So it looks like what I'm going to have to do is generate a new wallet and with a seed phrase. So I will quickly... I will try my best to write the seed phrase down as quickly as possible because I'm going to need to do a seed phrase. Okay, I think I can do this. Let's try that. Okay, there we go. All right, poof. Okay. Generate new wallet. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. All right. It allowed me to copy it to my clipboard, which is good. Good or bad. Continue. All right, then it wants me to paste it back in again, which I will do. Will allow me? Yes, it let me paste it back in. You're kidding me. You just gave it to me. How could it be incorrect? I just copied it to my clipboard and pasted it right back in there. All right. Well, it's not being very nice to me here. Let's cancel all this. Let's try this again. Why would it... Okay, continue. Huh, that's really weird. You know what? I think what the problem was is that... I know you guys can't see what I'm doing here, but I think it was a line feed. I'm going to try to unline feed that if I can. It didn't like the line feed. I think the line feed got... Okay, this is not working. Okay. All right, so it's not going to work. I can't figure out why. It won't take the seed phrase that it just generated. So we're just going to have to abandon this. That's happens sometimes. Dark garnet. Yeah, so I tried to create this wallet. It gave me a seed phrase, copied it into my clipboard, put it in a text file, and then it asked me to verify it. I pasted it back in again, and it told me it was incorrect twice. So we'll just move on. So I'll figure that out at some point. So that was an epic fail. Let's take a look at this Oasis real quick. Oasis has new wallets, right? So we can go over here to wallets and create your Oasis wallet. I want to open an existing wallet, and I'll use my ledger, and then they have an app. Right, so what I did was I went over to here, and I looked for an Oasis app, right, which they have, and I downloaded it, right. So that was my first thing, right. Now I'm gonna, when you're dealing with third-party websites, you should always go into the app first, right. Don't wait till it asks you, because sometimes that bombs the wallet out. Best practice is just be in the app when you launch the wallet. All right, so there it is. There's the Oasis app. Let's hit both buttons. All right, and it says Ledger pending review. Doesn't instill me with full confidence, but it works, right? As far as I can tell. All right, so here we are. Let's do Ledger. It's gonna. Oh, doggone it. Now it's like, oh, doggone it. You know what's going on, and this may have happened to some of you. I'm still in Manager, and that like messes with your ledger when you're trying to like enter. See how it bombed me out of the Oasis app? Let's go back in. Let's see if it works. All right, pending ledger review. All right, cancel. Let's try again. All right, loading account details. That's good. All right, there it is. Cool. Notice there's multiple addresses that I can utilize, right? I'm just using the first one there. All right, cool. So for those of you who aren't familiar with Oasis, it's a privacy-centric coin that supposedly will like enhance DeFi privacy. So it's kind of an interesting coin. I've had it for a while in a secondary wallet that I've been using on my phone. So I was kind of waiting for them to have a phone, a ledger-based wallet, and now they do. So this is a web interface. But if, let's say we want to stake, there's the staking feature of the web-based wallet is a little bit funky because the fee over here says undefined, and that's not good because you need to know what they're charging, because some validators charge 100%, which basically is a signal that they don't want you in there. They've got enough people already. So when they're saturated, I guess they move the commission or the fee up to 100%. So I'm blind here, right? But I noticed that their extension, works okay. We can do the same thing with the extension. And over in the staking section, it shows that I have two delegations and that I'm debonding, right? See, estimated release time 306 hours. How long is that? Echo, how long is 300 hours?
300 hours is 1 week and 6 days.
Okay, 1 week and 6 days. So I bonded it, I believe, yesterday or the day before, and then unbonded it just to see how long the unbonding would take. And 300 hours is like a week and 6 days. So about less than 2 weeks. It's not horrible. I prefer, like Solana, you can unstake and it only takes like 2 to 4 days to unstake it. Cardano, you can unstake immediately, but like Cosmos, I believe, has a 21-day unbonding period. So, but now I know, right? So let's go over here to validators and let's find one and let's just stake a little more just for the heck of it. This Chorus one, Stakefish. I don't think I've done Stakefish. Let's try that. All right, so I'm going to hold this up so you guys can see it. All right, let's do Stakefish. Let's delegate. We'll do 200. And we'll do next. And we'll say okay. And it wants me to validate that staking operation. I'm going to use all these buttons here to advance over to sign transaction. I'll hit both buttons there. And off it goes. It says it's pending. And within a few seconds, it should say confirm. Yeah, successful. All right. So now when I go to my delegations, it takes it a minute, right? So actually, this is the exact same wallet. So let's go over to the wallet. And yeah, I believe it's showing, right? Yeah. See, it's showing all three active delegations. So the Binance one is, there's a little bit left over in it, but I'm debonding the Binance one, and it doesn't really give me much information here. It gives better information here, right? When I went to staking and chose debonding, it gave me a reading in hours. So, but notice I'm just flipping back and forth between two different wallet interfaces using the exact same wallet, the wallet that's on the ledger. All right. So sometimes you can't expect every wallet to be perfect, right? You gotta go the extra mile because we're dealing with nascent technology here, right? It's not always going to be perfect. All right, let me jump back in and see if anybody's screaming. How to stake Mirror on the ledger? I don't believe I have any Mirror token that I'm staking. I claimed some Mirror token, and it's just kind of sitting in a Metamask wallet. I don't believe I have it on a ledger. But let's just assume, and I was going to talk about Metamask later anyway tonight. If you're using Metamask, you can connect it to your Ledger device. So I know I probably wouldn't be, and this is my Ledger-based wallet. I'm sure what ledger this is. Let me see. I may have more than one ledger. See, I got another ledger over here. Okay, so this is that Ledger account that we were looking at earlier that had the data in there. Let's see if it shows up. See, it shows up in MetaMask, right? MetaMask isn't giving me the price information of the data, interestingly, right? But, or the Matic, or the Sand, or the ZRX. But it does give me the DAI, the Axis Infinity, and the Ethereum, right? So none of these wallets are really great portfolio trackers. And that statement should make sense to you. These wallets are not good portfolio trackers. The key word there is wallets. They are wallets. They're not really meant to be portfolio trackers. They can try, right? But it's better to use a portfolio tracker to track your portfolio than a wallet. Doesn't that make sense? There are a lot of portfolio trackers out there. I use Crypto Pro, but it doesn't always support every new coin I get my hands on. But it generally will sooner or later. Like when I bought NANO token a month or about 2 or 3 months ago, it wasn't in Crypto Pro. I couldn't like add it to my Crypto Pro portfolio. But then eventually it did show up. Although I'm not real happy with the performance of NANO token, I can now track it in my Crypto Pro portfolio tracker. But I have to manually enter it in. But that's a little bit of an inconvenience, but it is convenient for me to be able to pick up my phone and see my total portfolio value in a portfolio tracker app, right? Now, I know there are some portfolio trackers that actually link to your wallets, and I can't remember the name of that one. I've kind of been looking around for it, but I've been using Crypto Pro so long that, yeah. Any update on Yori wallet extension error of total rewards? Well, I believe Yori, like if we, I'm sorry, I didn't finish my thought here on MetaMask. The idea here is that if you're in MetaMask, you can connect to your hardware wallet. So if you've got Mirror token and it's an ERC20 token, if I'm not mistaken still, you could store it in a ledger-based wallet and then manage it with MetaMask. I think this is it, Mirror Finance, right? All right, so yeah, so let's say we go to the Ethereum. They'd want us to connect our MetaMask wallet. And if we're connected to a MetaMask wallet that's based on a ledger, then I could conceivably store some Mirror token in there, right? And stake it, right? In this protocol, or this ETH Mirror Finance, right? So as long as, and I could actually transfer the Mirror token into the MetaMask wallet from here, right? There's the address, right? So if you go buy some Mirror token or whatever, and you transfer it in here, well, that's the address. I think I have some Mirror token, but I'm not going to transfer it because the Ethereum fees would be pretty high just to do like a demo transfer for you guys. It's probably going to be 30 or 40 in Ethereum. And I've been getting really hammered on Ethereum fees over the last few days. But if you did transfer some Mirror into this wallet, then you could manage it through MetaMask on this website and still have the private key of the Ethereum wallet stored on your Ledger device, right? So you can manage an Ethereum-based wallet that's stored on your Ledger device in MetaMask. And then most websites like PancakeSwap or the Mirror Finance will allow you to connect to MetaMask. It's a very versatile wallet. That'd be the way to go. I'm just talking, yeah. Hex is a scam. I'd rather not go into it any further, but I'll give you a break on that one. But as far as I'm concerned, Hex is a scam. So. Yeah, and in the past there have been a lot of Hex spammers in the live stream, but you don't appear to be a spammer. You're just asking me. So, my answer is it's a scam. Okay, so let's move on to let's see. We were talking about Ethereum wallets that you could manage in MetaMask. And then I was going to do something else. What was I going to do? can't even remember now. Oh, it was probably a question someone had. Let me see if I can find it here. Oh, the Yori thing. Okay. All right. So now, if you have ADA stored on your Ledger device, you downloaded and installed the ADA app or the Cardano app. Much to many people's chagrin, you cannot manage your Cardano on in Ledger Live, right? There's no application support for Cardano, but there is a Cardano app, right? And this will installs basically a Cardano wallet on the device, right? The private key of the Cardano wallet gets created when you install the Cardano app, right? So if we go over to the Cardano app, right? Let's go into Cardano. And I need to get out of the manager. See how it bombed me out? That was a perfect example. I need to be out of the manager to play around with this. So we did a little staking here. That was cool. So the question was about Yori, which is an extension that you can use to manage Cardano and some other tokens, by the way. Notice I got an Ergo wallet here. But the Yori Ledger wallet, there is a issue with rewards showing up in the wallet. Now, if you have staked your Cardano with a validator, the validator and the Cardano blockchain are aware and issuing rewards and whatever. But for whatever reason, there's a bug in Yori. It's not showing rewards properly. I don't think that means you're not getting rewards. It just means that you can't do it in Yori. But I can take the exact same. Now, if you did Yori with a standalone wallet, like a mnemonic phrase or a private key, you can't switch over as easily as I'm about to do, right? I'm in the ADA app, so I'm just going to go over to another site called ADA Lite and look at that exact same wallet. So we start in ADA Lite. We choose hardware wallet. We choose ledger option. It wants me to export the keys. Notice right here on the device. We'll do that. All right, now it's all happy. And the website's going to show me some news blurbs, and there's my balance, right? Same as Yori, right? Same balance, same wallet, but I can go over to, what is it, staking? And claim my rewards if I want, right? So don't get all hung up because Yori isn't behaving well. Things go wrong. I can go over to ADA and claim my rewards if I want them. But I guarantee you, when Yori fixes this issue, those rewards will still be there waiting for you in Yori, right? We could also do this in Daedalus. Over in Daedalus, it's only showing 211. Oh, wait. What is it doing? It's showing me the rewards balance, the total rewards balance, right? Daedalus just shows you your total. And remember how last week I was all like upset about Daedalus, how it had dropped my hardware device and that I couldn't get it reconnected again? I did a little bit of research and found out that all I needed to do was delete my state folder in my computer in order to, and I had to resync everything. And I just got it resynced. Let me just show you this real quick. I did a video on troubleshooting the Cardano Daedalus wallet, and I went through that step by step on how you delete that state folder. It's in your app data folder. I'll paste that in over here for those of you who are having trouble with your Daedalus wallet. But the point is that just because Yori isn't doing rewards properly doesn't mean you don't have access to them. And it doesn't mean that they're not accumulating on the Cardano blockchain with your validator. It just means that Yori is having some sort of interface issue right now. I don't know. I haven't read any up-to-date information about when it's going to be resolved. But like I said, be flexible, right? Okay, well, Yori's not working right, so I'll just go over to Adalite. Do I need those rewards right now? Sure, why not? I'll withdraw them, right? Notice the way, and so 207 plus 207.9 plus 3.8 is about 211. So that's what's showing up as my total balance in the Daedalus wallet. I have access to those. But you'll notice that, like, if you withdraw from Daedalus, as you're withdrawing, it'll say something like withdrawing current rewards. It does it on the fly. So like if I want to withdraw the entire balance, like the 211 balance, it'll automatically collect the rewards for me kind of in the background. It just shows me my total balance, including my pending rewards. So it just sort of manages your total balance and your rewards by just showing you the total as your balance, right? As far as I'm concerned, that is my balance, right? Even though in Adalite it's showing me my balance is 207. I could hit this withdraw button and the balance would go up to 211, right? But it shows as 211 in Daedalus, and will just withdraw the rewards for you automatically if you try to withdraw. Right. That's just how it goes. All right, so yeah, I'm back. Got Daedalus back up and running after I deleted that state folder and resynced to the blockchain, but it took me a couple of days. Daedalus is really slow right now. I'm still not that crazy about Daedalus because of that issues that it's having. But that comes with fame and fortune, right? Everybody's trying to get, ADA and Daedalus going, right? Believe on the Lord Jesus Christ is here tonight. I don't see you, but someone's talking to him. Wherever you are, believe on the Lord Jesus Christ. Welcome again. It's good to have you back. Oh, that's JDO asking about the update. That's what I know about that. That's all I got to say about that. Taxes are a scam. Scott, it's good to have you. Did I say that? Rex, come back. You were going to answer my question. JDO. I did answer your question, didn't I? I think I did. Mobile Android. Believe on the Lord Jesus Christ. You have a great detective skills. I'm impressed. Is it possible to pay gas fees with crypto that is held in the receiving wallet? No. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Like, I'm going to send you some Ethereum. Get ready for that fee. It's going to suck it out of your wallet when I send you that Ethereum. What is that akin to? It's like, I'm going to take you out on a date, but you're paying, right? Hey, let's go to dinner. On you. Hey, would you like to have dinner with me and pay? You recommend a cryptocurrency coin mixer for Hex, ETH, ADA, DOT, or BTC. I don't know that much about mixers. Back in the day, I used a mixer just to see if I could make it work, and I got scammed by a phishing scam for what looked like a mixer, and I put some Bitcoin in there, and it never mixed. It just disappeared. So mixers are a little sketchy, right? They're basically for destroying the blockchain history of your Bitcoin, right? But generally, and that I'm not saying there's anything wrong with doing that. I think that people have a right to their financial privacy. So if you have some Bitcoin and you feel like you want to put it through a mixer to improve your privacy and security, more power to you. But the powers that be do not like mixers, right? Because they are generally used by people that are doing shady stuff. And I'm not going to use the term money launderer or terrorist, right? That's a little extreme, right? Or criminal, right? I don't think it really should be a criminal offense to wipe away your history of transactions, right? Especially if it was before you had it, right? We think nothing of, people buy things with cash all the time with an expectation of privacy, right? So why should I not be allowed to wipe the history of my Bitcoin? But having said all of that, it might behoove you to deal in a coin that has privacy features built in as opposed to Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is on a transparent blockchain. You're going to see the history of your Bitcoin. There we go. You might, and see, that's one of the drawbacks of Bitcoin, right? It might have a tainted history that I'm not even aware of, right? I could buy some Bitcoin on Binance or maybe even Coinbase, right? And not knowing that there's a history of that someone did something funky with the Bitcoin that I ended up with in its past, right? That was sketchy, right? Someone got ransomware payment in Bitcoin, and then they sold their Bitcoin on Coinbase, and they slipped it through the cracks or whatever. And then I bought some Bitcoin on Coinbase, and it has a tainted history. It's not my fault, right? Or someone paid me in Bitcoin, and it was tainted, right? It's that really shouldn't be a problem, right? So, like, if someone, if I sell my bicycle because it's almost winter and my kids will be too big for it, and I sell my bicycle, and someone comes over on Craigslist and pays me in cash, what if that cash was involved in a drug deal last year? I don't know, but it's not my fault that somebody that I didn't really know very well paid me in cash. It's U.S. cash, right? So why should I be penalized because that money was involved in a money laundering back last year? That's kind of how it is with Bitcoin, right? There's a history. So that affects its fungibility, right? So is your Bitcoin good Bitcoin or bad Bitcoin, right? Because it has a history. Right? That's like you're in high school and you date somebody and, you start asking around all the guys she's dated. It's not really nice, right? So, but there are coins that avoid that, like Monero, Zcash, right? That. Anyway, but Mixer, I don't really know about Mixer, but be careful with Mixers, right? They could be scams. Oh, yeah, I'm assuming if you're getting I was just giving an example. I was thinking the same thing in my head. If I bought it from Coinbase, it's probably clean Bitcoin, right? They'd probably get into trouble if it wasn't, right? A black hole. Just an example. But I've been paid in Bitcoin, right? I get paid in Bitcoin from like Ledger. They give me my Ledger commissions in Bitcoin. Some others. Sometimes like someone wants me to make a video and they're willing to pay me in Bitcoin. So you don't know. But yeah, I used to like try to clean my Bitcoin way back in the day, and then I got scammed from a mixer, and I was like, no more new mixers. You can use the Wasabi wallet to clean your Bitcoin too. Maybe I shouldn't be talking about this. I think the Wasabi wallet will do that, actually. It's a privacy-based wallet. But the powers that be don't like Wasabi either. I was reading a story about ransomware tracking payments or whatever, and they said that the guys that did the ransomware attack used Wasabi wallet to clean their Bitcoin. So, yeah. But this is a legit thing. The only problem with Wasabi wallet, if you want to run their mixing thing, it has to be a lot of Bitcoin. And you sort of have to trust them, right? It goes, you click this button and your Bitcoin, you have to trust that it'll come back into your wallet. I'm assuming it does, right? It's an open source wallet, right? So anyway, yeah, Wasabi wallet is probably your most reliable, above board mixing facility, right? Because it does that. It's a privacy based wallet. It'll clean your Bitcoin. All right, so let's see. What was I going to do? It's 7:34. wanted to kind of look at what I had on the agenda. Oh, the ERG token. Let's do that. Let's for the heck of it, because you remember I bought that ERG token a couple of weeks back because it's involved in ADA. As it turns out, the ERG token is not like that. You can't store it in an ADA wallet. It's not a sub token of ADA, but it's built on the same technology, and they're going to be running like an ADA DEX at some point in the future, maybe somehow. And Charles Hodgkinson likes ERG, right? So I bought this ERG, but I would like to move it into my own wallet, right? So the Yori wallet, for all its faults, does support ERG, Ergo, right? So if you go to add new wallet, right, so you can create a Cardano or an Ergo wallet. Unfortunately, you can't connect a ledger with ERG. There's no ledger support for ERG. But I built this. I mean, I created the wallet. I wrote down the recovery phrase. I have it stored, and now I have this wallet. Right. So let's try to put this ERG in there. Let's go over to receive. Let's get this address. Let's go over to Kucoin. Let's withdraw. Now, I've never done this before with this wallet, so I am going to be careful and just do 10. There's 10. Let's do 5. Right? It's only going to cost me 0.01 ERG anyway. Right? I don't need to make any. Oh, let's put test here. Right? Let's hit confirm. Okay. Confirm withdrawal. I need to do all this nonsense. It's not really nonsense. All right, I need to get this email code. The headphones were delivered. Yay, Amazon. There's that code. They emailed me this code, right? We'll paste in that code. Now we got 40 seconds to go over to our authenticator and get our Kucoin authenticator code. All right, got to jump through a lot of hoops. Ah, what? What did I do? Ah, okay, all right. This happens sometimes. What happened? No. Oh, I don't know what I did. That's weird. I could have sworn that I copied the code. Probably revealed something, didn't I? All right, let's try it again. What is that? Oh, I don't know. All right. Oh, 3 seconds. Not fast enough. All right, let's try. Oh, the 2FA code expired. Okay. All right, so let's do it again. Uh, 0 minutes. Okay. All right, that's it. Let's copy that code. Let's do this again. All right, now let's get that Google code. And hit submit. Boom, successful. Okay. So now we can just sort of kind of keep an eye on that Yori wallet over here. Oh, this ERG wallet, and see if any crypto comes in here, right? We'll just give it a minute. I don't see it. There should be a refresh on here somewhere, but I don't see it. It will probably take a minute, right? It's not gonna just like happen right away. So we would go over here to deposit and withdrawal history, and over here, and it says it's still processing, right? So we'll just wait for a few minutes. So this is your modus operandi, right? You buy some crypto, and best practice is to keep it in your own wallet. It's my best practice. I do it. It does incur some overhead, right, to store crypto in your own wallet, right? There's transfer fees, you know, and if you want to liquidate, you're going to have to move it back. So you need to learn. There's technical challenges to moving your crypto around, right? But self custody is the whole philosophy I can feel behind crypto. If you could put it in your own wallet. What you pasted was the ERG wallet address. I hope so. Is that what I did? Let's see. I might have pasted the wrong thing. I hope not. I think we had the wallet address done, right? Let's see what happens when we do this. Oops. Aha. Okay, so it says completed now. So let's look over here. Oh, did I paste? Oh, I see. Yes. Okay. Yes, I did paste the ERG wallet address. Didn't I? Okay, well, let's look at the address here. Actually, this was the address. 9 GVC. Let's look over here. 9 GVC SJ3R. SJ, yeah, that looks like the right address. Looks like I sent it to the right address. It's just not it's just not showing up yet. Okay. 2 minutes ago. Okay. Last sync 2 minutes ago. Come on, baby. You can do it. Let's go inside. Looks like it wants to sync up. This is what happens when you do stuff in real time. Yori takes a while for Ergo. Okay. Someone that's been through this before. That's cool. So once I can see that in my wallet, then I'll be confident to go ahead and move the balance into it, right? When I tried to move that, when I tried to create that Sol wallet, I didn't have much confidence in the wallet. They may, the phone-based may check the Ergo Explorer. Okay. All right, that's not a bad idea. Boy, it's like really slow, isn't it? All right, let's go here. Let's copy that into the clipboard. Ergo, right? Is that it? Ergo X Explorer. Is there such a thing? Oh, there you go. All right, and can I do a search? Okay. Doesn't like that. Okay. Okay. That's weird. Yeah, because I just put in the address, right? Okay, fine. You don't like my wallet address. I get it. You don't like me. Okay. Okay, there it is. All right, so it's in. It just hasn't validated, verified, right? I could generate a new address, but I'm just going to use the same one. I'm happy that it's working. So let's go back over here to the main account. Let's just grab the rest of it, right? Privacy and security would be increased if I used a different address for each. Wait a minute. There it is. I don't need to comment on this, right? All right, now this time I think all I need is that, yeah. Okay. Yeah. The second time you withdraw, you just have to put in your trading code one more time. All right, so cool. That helps, right? I just don't like having too much on an exchange, right? You never know what can happen with an exchange, right? I know it's not a U.S. exchange. What if, like, I wake up tomorrow and they say SEC bans Kucoin, or some silly thing like that? Yeah. All right. So yeah, we'll pay the fees to do our self custody, right? I'll figure out that poltergeist wallet some other time. What else are we doing tonight? We did MetaMask. Oh, I was going to buy some. Let's buy some Tezos real quick on Crypto.com. Because I forgot to do Crypto.com last week. Silly me. Let's go Crypto.com. See, we're still above 43. Yay. And we're pushing 3,000 on Ethereum, despite the China FUD. All right, so let's do a buy of Tezos, right? I can buy Tezos here, can I? Yes. Okay. I don't think I want to buy 500 bucks worth, but maybe 200 bucks worth. Does that sound reasonable? Let's do that. Now I'm going to pay a pretty high fee for this because it's my ATM card. $6.23 on $214. It would have been better if I had just dropped some money in my fiat wallet. Let's see here. Let me do this real quick. Oh, okay, I remember it now. I think it's going to go through. Okay, cool. There we go. All right, so we got it. All right, let's go over to accounts. Let's refresh. And there it is, safe and sound, my Crypto.com account. Let's put it in our Ledgerbased wallet. I believe I got some Tezos in here, right? There it is. I've had this Tezos for quite a while. Let's do a receive and continue. And I'm not even going to connect the device. I have confidence in this Ledger Live address. I'm not going to trust Ledger Live to track my portfolio, but I do trust it to generate a receiving address. I'm okay with that. I could have verified it on the device, but I'm not going to go through all that. There it is. There's my... Oh, that's right. We're going to do the show QR code, right? Because it's Crypto.com. Please don't scan this QR code with your apps and send me Tezos. I'm begging you. Please don't do that. Because then I have to send it back to you, and it's a real hassle. So please don't. All right, so here we go. All right, let's transfer our Tezos. We'll do withdraw. And we'll say external wallet. And we need to whitelist this wallet address. So I'm going to tap whitelist. I'll hit the little icon. We'll scan this address. There it is. We'll call this Ledger X, because it is based on my Ledger X. Click continue. I need my Google Authenticator code for Crypto.com. I'm going to tap it into my clipboard, slide back over here, and paste and paste. Tap and paste. All right, that just whitelisted the address. That's all I did. All right, and there it is. Now I can make my withdrawal. So I'll do withdraw, and I'll tap that little $100 and edit the field there, and I'll do that max 30. We'll hit withdraw, and I'm going to need, there it is. The Tezos fee is negligible. I don't know, 0.1. I'm not sure how much Tezos is worth right now. All right, I need that code one more time to make the withdrawal. It's a different, I hope it's a refresh code. We'll see. I might be getting ahead of myself. Sometimes you have to let the code refresh, but it seemed like it was okay. I think probably did. All right. And this should go to 0. Shouldn't it? There. Crypto withdrawal request received. The balance goes to 0. and then I need to wait for another alert that'll tell me that the request is confirmed, right? I requested the withdrawal, and they were like, okay, we got your request. And now they're waiting, or I'm waiting for them to like give me the full verification that it's happened, right? It takes it a couple of minutes. So let's hit continue here and done. And see, this the last time I did this was January 1st. It's been a while since I played with this wallet. January 1st, 2021. I had an issue with my previous ledger. I had accidentally revealed the private key in one of my videos because I was using some B-roll for a restore operation that I had used in a previous video that when I edited the video, I had blurred it. But when I used the B-roll the second time, I said to myself, it's probably just a seed phrase from, like a blank dead seed phrase that I used and discarded. And it turns out it wasn't. It was the seed phrase to my go-to device. So I had to like transfer all of the crypto out to a new wallet with it on a different device. So I guess that was right around January 2021. We'll just wait for that Tezos to drop. There it is. All right, so we just dropped a little more Tezos in our ledger-based wallet. Now you can actually earn rewards. You can stake Tezos right in this wallet if you want. So that's probably one of the easier ways to do staking. If if you don't want to mess around with all these like websites and whatever, and you're just like a hodler that uses his ledger to store their crypto, and you want to just stay in Ledger, I get that, right? Even though it's not the greatest portfolio tracker, it is a very good wallet. And Ledger Live has a lot of features besides just storing. You can also stake, right? So we could do that. I'm not going to do it, but you could. Right in Ledger Live. It's pretty cool. Okay, Bryce, I appreciate the words of confidence. I couldn't really say how much I've made trading. I'm not a professional trader. I've just been involved in crypto for a long time. I would tend to think of myself more as an investor than a trader. And so I buy and hold. And, I've bought what I consider, mainstream kind of coins, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano. And, when new coins come on the scene like DOT, Solana, I'll try to get in on those as I can. I try to get on the ground floor as much as I can. So, and I've sold crypto over the years too. So I'm not like in it for the big score. I just kind of buy and hold and take profits on occasion, right? But I'm a long-term hodler. That may be different than what a lot of people are in here for, right? They may be thinking, I just want to like make that quick score and then get out. And that's fine. But I'm more of like a long-term kind of guy, right? But I always try to get my hands on new coins when they come out, right? My philosophy is if it's difficult for me to get my hands on a coin, then I'm probably getting in on the ground floor, right? I might miss that initial coin offering or whatever, the initial sale, but if it's difficult for me, like if I have to go buy it on like some creepy exchange I've never heard of and then get it into my wallet, then I figure it might be harder for like 95% of the people that want to get into this coin to do that, right? So if I can do that before it gets listed on Coinbase or whatever, then that's usually the way I do it. In as early as I can, and then kind of hold. And I'm not always successful, right? I think we looked at that data coin earlier. I'm like, I don't know when I bought that data coin, but it's been a while, and I don't think it's given me any kind of return, right? I think maybe I put in $50. I think it's probably in the plus. It's in the black since I bought it, but it hasn't done a 10x or a 100x or anything like that. But I did pretty well with Solana. I bought Solana back earlier. I don't remember exactly when I bought it, but back when it was like 50 or $60, something like that. And then Tezos, I've had Tezos for years, and it's never really done that much. But I noticed when I looked at it, it was around 300. I think I bought like $100 worth of it back in the day. So let's see, when did I? Well, it's hard to know because the transaction history is when I moved it from the older wallet, right? So originally it was, I think I had bought it back in 18 or 19. What's the best way at CryptoDad long-term hodler from Michigan here? That's the best way. Oh, yeah, sure. I huddle XTZ 1.5 years ago. Gregory V, I think that's about when I bought mine too. And I wasn't trying to make a bunch of money on it. I just bought it to do a video because when it was one of the first coins you could hodl or stake in Ledger Live. Let's take a look at that. Yeah. So let's see, when did I do this video? Oh, December 11th, 2019. So I believe that's when I bought the Tezos to do this video. A lot of times, if there's something that I want to do a video on, I'll go through the whole process of buying it and storing it and then demoing how that works. So like the Tezos, I believe I bought it just to do the video. And I just left it there because maybe it was only 50. Could be. Okay, what else are we doing tonight? Let's see. How to look for crypto on your Ledger device, right? We talked a little bit about that earlier. I think we did most of this stuff, right? I showed you how to stake the rows using the Rose wallets. Oh, no, not the Rose. Yeah, the Rose, right. Oasis, right? Had a little trouble with that Sol. Let's take a look over at Yori. We're still waiting for that mass. There it is. Right, so we got all our ERG token in here. Notice this wallet doesn't give me. Does it give me the price? No, it just tells me it's in there, right? But it's in my wallet now, safe and sound, self custody. So that was okay. And we talked about Cardano. We can manage Cardano from different interfaces and still have access to our rewards, even if you're using Yori, right? Even if you're using Yori and Yori's a bit broken with the reward stuff, we could manage the same wallet in Ada Lite or Daedalus, right? Same wallet, same device, just different interfaces. Right? The true essence of the wallet is the private key, which is stored on this hardware device. Right? Now, with that Ergo in Yori, that wallet is not based on my ledger, right? So that private key is stored somewhere on my computer, encrypted, right? But nonetheless, not quite as secure. I generally don't like wallets that I can't use with my ledger, but in this case, I wanted to get it off the exchange. So I compromised my principles and used the Yori wallet to do it. There might be another wallet for Ergo. We'll see. Yes, and every time you make a trade, you have to deal with the tax implications, right? But the transferring it from an exchange into your wallet is not a taxable event. That's just, I'm just moving it, right? So I don't have to worry about that. But, when we bought that Tezos just now, that was, well, actually, I don't think, it's not until I sell it that it's a taxable event. If I just buy it and then put it in my wallet, I don't have to worry about capital gains on that. If I sell it, if I transfer it back and sell it, then I have to deal with capital gains. Oh, yeah. We were talking earlier about, you had something in Uphold and you wanted to put it in your Coinbase account, and so my suggestion was sell it for Bitcoin or Tether or U.S. dollar coin, and then that would all, yeah. You'd have to deal with all of the tax implications of that. That's definitely right. Yeah, but I mean, your question was how do I get it out, right? So that's really looks like the only way you're going to get it out. Or you could just leave it in Uphold until you're ready to sell it at a profit, like after a year, right? But it doesn't look like, I think with Uphold it's going to be stuck in there unless they add the feature to put it in your own wallet eventually. Okay, I recently reinstalled MetaMask, which seems to have lost the transaction history. Okay, so we had talked about in MetaMask, if you pull in a new wallet, or he reinstalled MetaMask, right? And then we pulled in a ledger. I don't know if you're the same person that sent me the email, but if we go to activity, we don't see the activity of this wallet. So really our only recourse is one of our recourses would be to go to Etherscan. And if you're the same person that wrote me the email, you told me, I don't like that. It's hard to make sense of it, right? But this is the transaction history of that Ethereum wallet. Now, you could also, what are we looking at here? The 0.13. We could also, if you pull it into Ledger Live, so if it's a ledger-based wallet, I don't know if it was. I thought you said it was. You had a ledger-based wallet in MetaMask, and you had a bunch of transactions, and then you had to reinstall MetaMask, and you pulled that same wallet in by importing your hardware and lost your transaction history. I think if you go to that same wallet in your Ledger Live, which one is it? This one is 0.3. If we go right into the wallet, we get a pretty decent transaction history. Not great. I don't know if it's as good as the MetaMask. MetaMask had 0. But before you wiped MetaMask, I guess you had a pretty decent history that you could look at in MetaMask. And now you're wondering, well, how do I get that back? I don't know that there's any way to do that. Because you could import the private key of a MetaMask wallet into a new version of MetaMask, and you'd have the same balances and the same tokens, but I don't think that private key saves the transaction information, right? That's all public stuff. That's like on the blockchain. And I think MetaMask saves it locally, but when you reinstall MetaMask, that doesn't carry over. I don't know if you reinstall MetaMask on a new computer, you might be able to go into your app data folder. Right? But I don't know exactly where MetaMask stores that information, but it might be in, I think it's in Google. Wait a minute. I think it's in local. I think it's in Google, Chrome, user data, and somewhere in here is your MetaMask information. Right? I don't know. I don't see it in M. But MetaMask saves your data somewhere in here, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know exactly where, unfortunately. Yeah. So there's a possibility that you could take that folder from your old computer and drop it in your new computer, and then MetaMask could see that information, and that would get your transaction history back. I don't know for sure, but that's something you might explore. You know, maybe like Google that issue. You know, check on Reddit. There's a lot of forums out there for eggheads, and sometimes if you just write out the question longhand in your Google search, you'll find someone asked the exact same question on a forum where someone had the answer, and you'll be able to get a better answer than mine for Metamask history, right? Like, how do I retrieve my Metamask history when I reinstall? Yeah, it's something that might help. But yeah, I mean, the short answer is you can use the Ethereum Explorer. I don't know where it's at. Which you're right. I mean, it's difficult to figure out what's going on here. And if you're using like Uniswap and everything, you're not going to see. I find it difficult to see. Like, it'll just say 0 ETH, and I'm like right here, like, okay, I sent some swipe tokens somewhere for 0 ETH, and then I have to dive into each transaction and try and figure out, you know, I sent 100 swipe here. You know, it's just like, it's not intuitive. It's not easy. But you could track down, if you're looking for one particular transaction and you're trying to figure out what you did or what it was worth or where it went or whatever, then this would be good placed. But it's humongous, right? This one has like 50. Oh, it's this total of 59. I don't think that's right. I think there's more than 59 transactions. I could be wrong. Yeah. But if I click this, I get the full total, right? Anyway, it's after 8, guys. I'm going to sign off. If you're worried about taxes, then my suggestion would be CoinTracker. I have a link for CoinTracker down below. Cryptocurrency tax calculations. There are others out there, but CoinTracker is kind of a name brand. It's been around a while. I've used it to do my taxes. It's not perfect. There are some things that I do that it doesn't gel with their tracking, and I have to like go in there manually and fix stuff sometimes. But in general, it does a pretty good job of helping you figure your capital gains and or losses. You just connect all your wallets and your exchanges to it. All right, thanks everyone. Tonight, Dan, thanks for being here. Barbara, thanks for being here. Scott, Buddy, JDO, Android, mobile Android. Thanks for all of you that come here on a regular basis. I really appreciate it. I'm still kind of flabbergasted that you guys spend a couple hours with me every Saturday. You know, I've kind of committed to this, but I really appreciate you guys that come here and spend some time with me. I really do appreciate it. It makes it worth it for me too. So don't forget, we do it every Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join me again next week for the live stream from Michigan, where you can throw out questions and I'll do my best to get them answered. Hope to see you there. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me and hope to see you again soon.